Hello everyone, this is Nick Adler, and today I'm reviewing The Sims 4 For Rent expansion pack. Alright, I'm so excited to do this review today because I have so much to say about this pack. Alright, overall I do love the pack. I think it's one of the best expansion packs that we've gotten in a long time. Just because just for the simple fact that we could have multiple families living on one lot, I think that that's really cool in my opinion. And just the option that we get to be a landlord and own different lots. Alright, as usual, I'm going to start with the negatives and end with the positives. The first negative opinion that I have about this pack is the animal sanctuary. Or should I say the tiger sanctuary? Or should I say the rabbit hole tiger sanctuary? So ridiculous. Okay, so before this pack came out, they advertised that an animal sanctuary would be in this pack. That's what they advertised in the description of the pack, that it comes with the animal sanctuary. And I myself was excited because I was like, oh, we're going to get to see exotic animals in The Sims 4. We're going to get to see an actual animal sanctuary. Of course, it's not real life, but still, we're going to get to see what an animal sanctuary would look like. And we're going to get to see all these different animals, more than one animal.
Tomorrow, we're going to go to Elephant Sanctuary. So let's, I'm going to die. I love it. You know what I used to say all the time? I'd be like, Thailand, Thailand, where everyone gets a baby elephant. Thailand, Thailand, where everyone gets a baby elephant.
But of course, The Sims 4 being The Sims 4, and a lot of players kind of figured since the animal sanctuary wasn't shown in the trailer that it was going to be a rabbit hole, and they were right. It was a rabbit hole. But why advertise something that's just going to be a rabbit hole? That is so ridiculous. I know they don't think that us as players think getting a rabbit hole is exciting, to where my Sims just go off into an abyss and I don't see them, and then they come back out a few hours later with a souvenir or something. It's just ridiculous. With the movie theater that they did in Growing Together and the San Sequoia world. The fact that the movie theater was a rabbit hole, people didn't like that. And now people don't like that the animal sanctuary is a rabbit hole. And I don't blame them. I feel the same way. That's ridiculous. Why give us rabbit holes when you could give us these new exciting lots that we could actually go in and experience as players instead of it just being a rabbit hole? Why? We should have the option to build our own animal sanctuary, to build our own movie theaters and get to experience them. When they announced that it was going to be a tiger sanctuary, I was thinking, okay, at least we can hopefully see a tiger. No, you can't. There's no tigers to see. It's just a rabbit hole. There's no live tigers that you can actually see. It's they could have saved that stupid rabbit hole animal sanctuary and gave us a different residential lot. They could have put a residential lot right there that was 50 by 40, 40 by 30. The world is very small, and that's something that I'm going to get into. But they could have saved that stupid rabbit hole sanctuary that nobody wanted and put in another lot type there. A residential lot that we could edit and use. Nobody asked for a rabbit hole animal sanctuary. And like I said, it would be really cool if we got to build our own and put our own type of animals in there. I'd be all over that. That would be really fun. That would be The Sims 4 kind of meets Zoo Tycoon, something like that. But of course they have to drop the ball with that. But really, I hope in the future they give us the options build our own animal sanctuaries and actually see the animals and not have it be a rabbit hole. And I hope they stop with this rabbit hole crap in the future expansion packs. Stop with the rabbit hole crap. We don't like that. I've been rooting for the Sims franchise for a long time. I have a whole video explaining why I love the Sims franchise. I don't like it when they do things like this. That is just so ridiculous. Alright. The next negative thing that I'm going to get into is the wise trait. Now, yes, it's cool that we have a wise trait. However, I don't like how it's limited to just the elder Sims, because I don't think that all elders are wise. And I think that there are lots of young people who can be wise. There are young people who are more mature and more wiser than old people in real life. If you go on YouTube and you look up Karen videos, you'll see a bunch of people in their 60s, 70s, 80s, whatever, acting like children. Acting more immature than college students and teenagers, So that right there shows you that not all elderly people are wise, and also it shouldn't just be limited to elderly people. The wise trait should also be for young adults and even for teenagers, who knows? A young person can be wise. I think that I'm a pretty wise young person, but whatever. Alright, so my next issue with the pack, we got a new hot tub, but of course, it's another above ground hot tub. Why couldn't they have given us an underground hot tub? Like seriously, why are there still no underground hot tubs? That is so ridiculous. There's underground pools, but no underground hot tub. If they can make underground pools, then they should be able to make an underground hot tub. Like really, have they not listened to the players? We don't want these above ground hot tubs. We want an underground hot tub. Like it's just so dumb. I don't get it. Yes, the hot tub they gave us looks really cool. However, it would still be nice to have an underground hot tub. All right, the next negative thing that I'm going to speak about. The residential rental events. Basically what a residential rental event is like when something goes wrong in your rental unit, like electrical, mold problems, plumbing problems, electrical problems, whatever type of problem. And of course, The Sims 4 wouldn't be The Sims 4 without including some chaos. So I don't know if they think that us as players want chaos to happen in our game. There may be some players who like chaos. Me, I don't like that. Like if I spend hours building a lot and decorating it, I don't want to see it fall apart. And I know in real life that can happen to buildings and stuff, but in The Sims 4, it just seems to happen like a whole lot, like every other week. Which in Sims time, it's like 5 minutes. You know, it's just so ridiculous. So of course I had to go in the options menu and turn off the residential rental event because I want to enjoy the lot that I built and not have to worry about all these different issues. And yes, I know stuff like that happens in real life. However, it doesn't happen as often. The Sims makes it happen way too much. The next negative thing, the landlords show up way too much to the residential rental units. They show up way too much. Like they come over almost every other day. And it's kind of cool when they like repair items and like upgrade them. At least I think they're upgrading them. I don't know what they're doing. But like they don't need to come over every other day. Like that is so annoying. I live in an apartment, and if my landlord or whoever were to show up almost every other day, I'd get really mad. Like that's ridiculous. Yes, I understand you own the property, but you don't eat here, you don't sleep here, I don't live with you. You don't need to show up every so often. Like that is so weird. I don't want to feel like I'm living with parents. You know what I mean? So yeah, I think the landlord shows up way too much and it's annoying. Maybe I should make all the landlords really, really attractive, because if they're going to come to my Sim's house that often, then I might as well get some type of benefit out of it, you know? Like have a really, really nice man to look at. Who knows? Anyhow. All right, so the next glitch that I noticed in this pack was the tenant revolt. All right, so a tenant revolt happened because apparently I forgot to put wallpaper in one of the rooms. That was my bad. At least I think that's why they were revolting. And they revolted in the middle of a thunderstorm. So, you know how Sims are ridiculously afraid of thunderstorms? My landlord Sim kept running in and out of the building trying to like calm them down. And of course, they're not listening. Like even if you promise them better living conditions, the tenants are not listening to you. So you just get nowhere. And there was an option to like call the building owner or something like that, to call the landlord. It's like, how am I going to call the landlord to fix it when I am the landlord? So that was an obviously stupid glitch that was in the game. But, and even after the protest ended, the tenant revolt, whatever, even after it ended, they were still standing outside. My tenants were still standing outside for hours in the rain in a thunderstorm getting struck by lightning. And it's just like, oh my gosh, they're probably going to die like this. But luckily none of them died and everything went back to normal. The next negative thing that I'm going to speak about is the breaking and entering aspect of it. You know, it's very... When I first saw this in the trailer, I was thinking, okay, burglars are going to be coming back like we had in The Sims 2 and The Sims 3. No, instead of burglars coming back, they give you as the player the option to be the burglar. Oh wait, no wait, you're not an actual burglar. You're not actually going to be a burglar, because when you break and enter to a tenant's home or their apartment or whatever, all it gives you the option to do is snoop. You can't take anything, which I'm glad that you can't take anything. They shouldn't be showing people how to steal or encouraging people to steal or anything close to that. I really don't see what's funny about that. Yes, it's a computer game and nobody's really getting hurt or the things taken. I know that, but it's not something you want to encourage with your players. And they know they have the majority younger audience, so it's like, don't encourage them to break and enter into people's stuff. And a lot of people have been wanting actual burglars to come back to the Sims franchise, and instead of giving us actual burglars, they give us the option to do it as a player, and you can't even take anything. It's just so dumb. All you can do is snoop. So basically the purpose of breaking and entering, I guess, is just to see what your neighbor's house looks like. And I already know what their freaking house looks like because I've built I spent hours building their units. It's like, it's ridiculous. It is so ridiculous. Now, the positives that I'm going to speak about save the pack. Like, for me, it makes it more, the positives that I'm going to get into makes this one of the best packs, because the positive does override the negative here. I just had to get the negative off my chest. Alright, so the first positive is that Tomarang is beautiful. The way they decorated it is absolutely beautiful. Yes, the world is too small. Okay, and here's the thing. I don't really mind a small world as long as they give us big lots with that small world, like some 50 by 40 lots, some 40 by 30 lots, and they could have very well done that, given us 50 by 40 lots. But instead, they gave us a bunch of like 20 by 30 lots, no, 30 by 20 lots, I think it is. And the biggest lot that we have in that world is one 40 by 30 lot. Just one 40 by 30 lot. That is so ridiculous. Now, I don't really care about this that much because all of the residential rental properties that I've built have been in other worlds anyways. And like, they have plenty of bigger lots in other worlds, but they should have given us bigger lots in the Tomarang world as well. The number one thing that I like about this pack that makes it one of my favorite expansion packs is that the fact that we can build residential rentals and we could have multiple families living on one lot. I think it saves a lot of space in the game. Like, it gives me more areas to move in different households, you know, and it's fun to see them interact with each other in like the shared spaces. And not only that, I could also have a whole bunch of animals on one lot, like a whole bunch of cats and dogs, because I could split the cats and dogs up between the households that live on that lot. So I could have like 10 to 20 cats and dogs maybe on one lot, and like horses and goats and sheep, and goats and sheep and chickens and cows and llamas. Like, that's fun to me to have a whole bunch of animals on one lot and like have a whole bunch of people on one lot. That to me makes it more exciting. And those two factors alone, the beautiful world and the fact that we get to build residential rentals, that saves it for me and makes it one of the best packs. Anyway, do you guys agree or disagree with some of my things that I listed? Some of the positives and the negatives. Is there anything that you want to add to the negatives and the positives that I listed? Let me know in the comment section. Thank you all for watching and listening to my review. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like the video. If you want to see more Sims content, subscribe to my channel. Once again, thank you all for watching, and I hope you all have a wonderful day. And remember,
Thailand, Thailand, where everyone gets a baby elephant.
だから愛してる僕も愛してる歌詞に乗せて歌うさしてる